This presentation is designed with a two-part interactive learning methodology. First, you'll see the question and all possible answers. Then, we'll walk through a systematic elimination process to arrive at the correct answer. Here's what makes this approach effective for exam preparation. When we reach the question slide, I want you to take your time to read and understand both the question and all the answer options. You will have an additional 30 seconds to make your selection. This is crucial. Do not proceed to the explanation slides until you have made an attempt to answer. Even if you are not sure, select an answer anyway. This active participation simulates the actual exam experience and significantly improves retention. Research shows that when you actively engage with the material by attempting to answer, you remember the content much better than if the answer is simply revealed to you. So embrace the challenge, make your best guess, and let's learn together. The question asks, what is a foundation model in the context of generative AI? Let me read through the answer options. Option A task-specific model that is trained on a narrow domain, such as finance or medicine, to serve as a foundation in that area. Option B, a large general-purpose model that is pre-trained on diverse datasets that can be fine-tuned for downstream tasks. Option C, a theoretical framework to understand how different types of models learn representations. Option D, a basic architecture that serves as a starting point to design more complex neural networks. Take your time to analyze each option carefully. Okay, consider what you know about foundation models and their characteristics. Remember, you have 30 seconds to make your selection before we proceed to the explanation. Now let's examine the key terms in this question that will help guide our analysis. Notice how I've highlighted the critical terms, foundation model and generative AI in yellow. These terms are essential to understanding what foundation models actually are and how they function. Foundation models are characterized by being large-scale, general-purpose models. Keep these key concepts in mind as we work through the elimination process. Now, let's begin our systematic elimination. Looking at option A, it suggests that foundation models are task-specific models trained on narrow domains. This is actually incorrect. FMs are large models that are pre-trained on a vast amount of data and that can perform several tasks. FMs can be fine-tuned for downstream tasks by using smaller datasets. FMs are not task-specific models trained on narrow domains. Now let's continue our elimination process. Looking at option C, it describes foundation models as a theoretical framework for understanding model representations. This is also incorrect. FMs are large models that are pre-trained on a vast amount of data and that can perform several tasks. FMs can be fine-tuned for downstream tasks by using smaller datasets. FMs are not a theoretical framework. Foundation models are actual, concrete models, not theoretical frameworks. Let's continue with option D. This option suggests that foundation models are basic architectures that serve as starting points for complex neural networks. This is also incorrect. FMs are large models that are pre-trained on a vast amount of data and that can perform several tasks. FMs can be fine-tuned for downstream tasks by using smaller datasets. FMs are not an architecture that serves as the starting point for more complex neural networks. Perfect. Now we can see that options A, C, and D are all marked incorrect. Through our systematic elimination process, we've identified all the incorrect options. This leaves us with option B, which correctly defines foundation models. Let's examine why option B is the correct answer. FMs are large models that are pre-trained on a vast amount of data and that can perform several tasks. FMs can be fine-tuned for downstream tasks by using smaller datasets. This definition captures the essence of foundation models perfectly. They are large, general-purpose models that have been pre-trained on diverse datasets and can be adapted for specific tasks through fine-tuning. Understanding this concept is crucial for the AWS AI Practitioner certification because foundation models are the backbone of many generative AI applications and services. They represent a paradigm shift in AI where we build upon these powerful pre-trained models rather than training everything from scratch. Great work on completing this practice question using our interactive elimination methodology. This approach not only helps you find the right answer, but also reinforces why the other options are incorrect, giving you a deeper understanding of the concepts. Continue practicing with this methodology to build your confidence and knowledge for the actual AWS Certified AI Practitioner exam. Remember, active participation and systematic thinking are your keys to success.